Hello everyone, welcome to TechCake. Few days back, Red Hat's new version of the OS, RHEL 8 was released. Let's see how we can install it on a virtual box. For testing purpose, I'm creating a new virtual machine with 1 GB RAM and 1 core CPU and loaded the ISO to the virtual machine. Once it's booted up, you will be able to see the option to test the ISO, or you can directly go ahead and install the operating system. Installation is almost same as RHEL 7 or CentOS 7, you can say. So once you have the installation window, we will be able to proceed with the next steps. Here you go. In the first window, we can select the language. And the next window, we have the section for localization, software and system settings. So in the localization, we have option for keyboard, language support and date and time. In the software section, we have the installation source, which is already loaded, which is local media. And the next option is the environment selection. So in the base environment, we have server with the GUI if you want to use the server with a graphical user interface, or you can go ahead and install with the server or a minimal installation which will just install the base OS, and you can go ahead and select the other packages, or you can install the packages later. So for testing, I'm just going to install the server with GUI, and I'm just selecting a couple of add-ons which is listed in the right side. So in the installation destination section, you just need to click on it, and you need to make sure that the partitions are created properly. So in my case, I'm just using it for testing, so I'm leaving it for the default one. So the kdump is enabled, kernel crash dump, and the next option is the network selection and hostname setup. So for this is just a test VM, so I'm just giving rhl8.techcake.in, and network you can leave it closed or you can make it open. So make it on, so you will be able to get the IP address once it's installed. And the next window is for the security policy section. You can choose PCI DSS if you are going to use the server for a payment purpose, or the normal general hardening. So the server will be installed with the specified security policies that we selected. And also you have the option this here, like usage, if you are going to use it for production or development test or DR, disaster recovery. So when you are assigning the Red Hat subscription, it will help you to segregate this with the production or DR. And of course the DR licensing is almost half of the production license subscription actually. So just create the root password on the next window. If you want to create any new user, you can create it here. I'm not creating any user, I just want to start with the root user. Once the installation is done, on the next window it will be asking you for rebooting the system. Then we will be able to load the OS. For me, the installation took a little bit time because I had selected few other packages as well, and also I had selected the GUI option because I want to see that option as well. So I have rebooted the system. As you can see, I was trying to reboot the system for multiple times because I was not getting any graphical output on the VirtualBox. So as a workaround, what I did is I pressed Alt Control F1 or F2. Then I got this console to log in. So there I was able to log in with the username of root and the password which I was created. Uh, then as you're seeing it on this window, there is something called cockpit, which is now by default, which is coming with the OS. So now RHEL includes that. So what you can do is, once you log into the system on a terminal, you can start the service systemctl enable then cockpit. Then on the terminal window, like if you press Alt Control F1 F2, it will show you the IP and the colon port number which you can use to access the cockpit of this server. So here in my case, the IP and the port number, which is 9090, which is the default port. I'm using that port to log in. I'm creating the username. I'm giving the username, which is root, and my password. Then I'm just trying to log in. So once the login is successful, you will be able to see this window, which is cockpit. It just works via SSH. It just connects to your server via SSH in the backend. So now Red Hat includes this software inside the RHEL, so you will be able to control or install packages and all. So let's see here, like you have the option for system, logs, storage, networking. So if you go to the system, you will be able to see the the system details, like operating system, which version it is, and CPU, disk usage at a glance, like network traffic, then the time, then profile, performance profile. Then if you want to register the server to Red Hat, you can just click here and go ahead with the registration. And the logs option, you can see the logs, of course. Then you have the option for viewing storage, like your currently connected disk and all. In my case, it's just the OS. Right side also you can see, you can add a video device, I2C targets. You have an option to add the disk or connect to a I2C target from this web interface. Really cool. So in the networking tab, you will be able to see the IP address on the network sending and receiving traffic, then some logs about networking. Then the services, you will be able to see the services which is like started, or if it is running, all those status will be able to see here in the services section. And you have the tab for application, where you will be able to see the applications if anything is installed there. So now I didn't install anything. Then you have diagnosis report option, where you will create the source report if you want to. So you can send it to Red Hat if you have any issues, and if you have any support with them via subscription. You have the SL next option, turning off on, then soft system updates, like software updates. So you have to register with Red Hat if you need to get it. I'll be showing you in the next video like how you can register and pull up the updates and all. And also the cool thing is, like you have a terminal here, you don't need to install any terminal package or anything on your system if you're using Windows or another machine to connect it to this system. So it's a web-based SSH. So this is how it looks like. The basic bug which I faced is I was not able to get the graphical interface up and running on this VirtualBox. I tried to reinstall as well. I reinstalled the OS again, like 2 or 3 times I reinstalled the OS, but still I wasn't able to get the graphical interface up and running.